This story is called How Do Apples Grow? Do you see the question mark at the end of the title of the book? It's asking a question. How do apples grow? So someone wants to know how apples grow. Let's see if we can find out how they grow. Everyone loves to eat apples. Crunch. She bit into that apple, didn't she? She looks happy. But do you know how apples grow? There are more than 7,000 types of apples. I did not know that. Did you know that? 7,000? That's a lot of different types of apples. Apples start from a tiny seed. If you cut an apple open, you can see the seeds inside. An apple can have up to 10 seeds. That means they don't all have 10, but they can have as many as 10. So they could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, but probably not any more than 10. So not 11 or 12 or 13 or 20 or 100. These are the parts of an apple, and it's showing you that the top part, that little green part, is a leaf. And then it's showing you the stem, which is the long, pointy piece that comes out where you can actually hold it by its stem. The outer part, either the red, the yellow, or the green part, is called the skin. Just like we have skin on the outside of us, an apple has skin on the outside of it also. And then it's showing you where the seeds are, right there in the middle. And right under the seeds is the core. That's the core of the apple. And then on the far left, all of the whitish cream color part, the part that you eat, is called the flesh. The flesh of the apple. Apple seeds start to grow when they are planted. Plants use water, light, and air to make their own food. They grow when they're planted in soil and given sunlight, water, and fresh air. The seed grows roots which reach down into the soil. Oh, see the little roots that are coming out of the seed? They're reaching down into the soil. This young plant is called a seedling. Can you say seedling? Seedling. That's got 2 syllables. Seedling. And a green sprout with tiny leaves shoots up from the ground. So if this is the ground, the little seedling with tiny leaves shoots up from the ground. When the seedling starts to grow bigger and stronger, it becomes a sapling. A sapling. It takes 2 to 3 years for a seed to become a sapling. So 2 or 3 years. That's like waiting 2 or 3 birthdays. It's a long time. The sapling grows taller and becomes a tree. What a pretty tree. In spring, buds on its branches open into pink and white flowers. Each flower will become an apple. Wow. Inside the flower are the parts that make the apple grow. Inside the flower are the parts that make the apple grow. So we've got the stamen. See where that little line is pointing to the yellow parts that look like the little flowers? That's the stamen. And then there's a red box on the right side that's showing you the pistils. And then we've got the petal. See the petal on the left toward the bottom? What color are the petals? They're pink. And then we've got the ovules. See those little black spots at the bottom? Those are ovules. The stamens are covered in yellow pollen. The pistil has a small sticky tube. Bees fly from flower to flower, spreading pollen. Something's blocking it where I can't see. Spreading pollen from the stamens to pistils. When the flower petals fall, an apple starts to grow. It's showing the 4 stages, 1, 2, 3, and 4. When the flower petals fall, an apple starts to grow. It takes a full summer for an apple to be ready to eat. So you've got to wait all summer long before you can eat it. And that's step number 5. Autumn is here. The season of autumn, which is the same thing as the season of fall, which is what we are in right now. The season we're in right now is fall, or you could say it's autumn. Time for apple picking. Apples can be red, green, or yellow. So during fall is when you can start picking the apples. See all the kids picking apples? They're collecting them in baskets. Moms are out picking apples. Dads are out picking apples. Apples are picked, packed, and shipped. When they're shipped, that means they're sending them to other places so people can buy them. So they're picking them, then they pack them up, and then they ship them to other people, like to stores, so that we can go buy them in the stores. From the orchard to grocery stores and farmers markets. So that truck is taking them to grocery stores and farmers markets to sell them. Apples are delicious. Delicious means really good. And knowing more about them makes them even sweeter. Apples are full of vitamins to help you grow. Have you ever heard the phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? That means that if you eat an apple every day, you should stay pretty healthy to where you shouldn't have to go see the doctor, at least not very often. Apples help you to stay healthy. So maybe you should eat an apple every day. Maybe 2. Look, I see things that they can make from apples. There's apple cider. See that jug of cider? That's a drink. Apple cider is a drink. There's an apple pie. They've got apple butter, a way to make butter that has the flavor of apples. They put apples in it and grind them up to make butter. And he's eating apple slices. I hope he doesn't eat the seeds, though. You don't want to eat the seeds. Ew. Now you know how apples grow. Good things are worth waiting for. That means apples are so good that it's okay that we have to wait for so long, because once we finally get to eat the apples, it was worth having to wait for so long.